Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Welcome back to another Zilyun Podcast today. Once again, we always post podcasts every Friday. So today, what we're going to be talking about is favorite things to do on Halloween. And once again, your host Jacob and your host Zilyun Robbins. And YouTube channel names are Burn Claw Studios and Zilyun Robbins. I'll always leave it a link into the description. Okay. All right. All right, Jacob, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I think you can go first, then I can save the best for last.
Okay, I'll go first. All right, my favorite things to do on Halloween is mostly trick or treating, but I used to do trick or treating, but I don't really do trick or treating anymore because I've just grown out of it. I'm not going to be trick or treating this year. What I'm going to be doing this year is going to Walmart and buying a bag of candy and getting a bucket and pouring the candy into the bucket and just eating it. And watch Halloween movies. That's just what I'm gonna do this year. I don't want to go trick or treating this year, and maybe order pizza or something. I don't know. So yeah. All right. And another thing I like to do on Halloween is watch scary movies on Halloween. I love to watch scary movies on Halloween because it just sets the mood for the scariness and all that. And how scary everything is on Halloween, scary pumpkins. And oh yeah. So not only that I like to watch scary Halloween movies on Halloween, I also like to carve pumpkins on Halloween. Like every October and every Halloween, we always go to the pumpkin patch to pick up some pumpkins and then take them home. And we usually don't carve them after a couple weeks. So then after a couple weeks, once it's near Halloween, October 20th something, we carve the pumpkins. We don't put candles in it. We rather just put an electric light because candles was something what they did back in the day, and it was just causing fires and stuff. So we just put lights in them, which makes them look pretty cool, like yellow lights. And it looks pretty nice on our front porch. All right. Another thing I like about Halloween is putting up the Halloween decorations. I love putting up Halloween decorations, putting the. I like to put my Jack Skeleton air thing in my front thing. It's like an air balloon. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's like an air balloon Jack Skeleton thing. Taking that. And sometimes we like to put orange lights on our tree. I know it's Christmas style, but we like to put orange lights on the tree and make it look more Halloweenish. And some Halloweens we pass out candy. And maybe what we might do this year. I'm looking forward to passing out some candy. A bunch of goodies and everything. So yeah, and also another thing I like about Halloween is maybe buying costumes and stuff because costumes are really fun. Even though I'm not going trick or treating this year, man, I used to love those costumes. Every year when it was Halloween, I'd go to Spirit Halloween, or my mom would buy me a costume off of Amazon. Usually every Halloween, either we go to a Spirit Halloween to get a costume, or we go on Amazon to buy a costume. Every year I usually go for a police officer because I like to fake arrest people, and yeah, with my little baton and everything, and pretend to read their Miranda rights. And I was gonna be a pirate last year, but that was just fucked up. I didn't want to do that. And yeah. All right, the last thing I really like about Halloween it's because it's November Eve because once Halloween is over, it's gonna be November the next day, November 1st, and also you don't have to go to school on after Halloween the next day because it's a weekend. Because I think they just didn't want you to come to school tired because your trick or treat doesn't stop to usually 10 p.m. So yeah. And yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much all I like about Halloween. All right, Jacob, and now it's your turn to go.
Okay. Halloween has definitely a trick or treat, but I got one time a trick or treat was so wrong. So it was Halloween night, like normal, and I was dressed as a pirate because I love pirates. But then I realized it was at Nana's house. My Nana always puts Halloween parties. We were getting a scavenger hunt. Well, I stopped by I found something off. Every year Nana does a huge thing. Like last year she did a Pirates theme. It was in 2022, and guess what? Nana made a Honey I Shrunk the Kid theme with eyes, spiders, bugs everywhere. I told Nana what was going on, and she said what? I told her that what is the biggest thing? It was being small. I saw it was very weird. But I almost survived that night. Another thing I like about Halloween is definitely Halloween. It's like we don't believe around Halloween special or the Great Pumpkin. I also like watching Batman Elm Street. It is so fun. But another thing I always do on Halloween is definitely watch Simpsons. They have the film. That's my favorite video. I love it's just except the new one they kind of awful, so not very Halloween. But another thing I love about Halloween is a costume. Last year I was, you guessed it, I was an 80s thing, because you know I love the 80s. This year, baby, 80s man, but it's Trish at Afro. Also,
hey Jacob, can I pause you for just 1 second?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, gotta say one more thing to the audience. Oh yes, and also what I like to do on Halloween is like play the Charlie Brown, the Pumpkin Patch Charlie Brown thing. I just love it so much, and it's just a great Halloween thing. When me and Jacob had a sleepover, we watched it. It was fun, and also I just like watching Garfield Halloween too. Charlie Brown Halloween and Garfield Halloween are literally one of my most favorite episodes to watch on the holidays. Anyways, Jacob, you can go ahead and continue.
Oh yeah, the Garfield Halloween special gave me nightmares when I was 4. But also every Halloween I Goosebumps.
Oh yes, Goosebumps too. I do too.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing. Goosebumps.
I'm a big Goosebumps fan.
Yeah, anyway. This one, I have 2 books. So, the guy on Maps, and I know everyone doesn't like this, but it has been careful with you with them. I love that book. I in Haunted House, and she yes, we don't see it. Anyway, but my favorite book is definitely You Don't Scare Me, and yeah. Also, every Halloween, I watch Goosebumps. My favorite episode is Perfect School, where a not-too kid goes to school that literally feels like hell, because everything must be perfect, neat, clean, and most of all, no naughty children. I would hate that. But another thing I love about Halloween is that decorations. I don't use it. Now that's true. I don't buy costumes, but I do like the costumes they have, especially the funny ones. Last year we had a Scooby Wait, I thought it was hilarious. At the end of price of the gold night, my favorite animal sign is the nun, which I made a video called the Cool Nun, which is in the first day on the house, which you guys can go see. Anyway, before we end up this graph, I have to say my most favorite thing of the Halloween is definitely when Zilyun and me met. Zilyun was a sheriff. I was a patriot. I love history. Zilyun, why don't you tell them the story of how we met on Halloween?
Tell them a story?
Yeah?
Like a Halloween story?
No, tell them the story how we met on Halloween.
Tell them the story on Halloween, how we met?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I can do that. Sure. Obvious, of course. Alright, guys. So, if you're wondering how me and Jacob met, it started all the way back on October 31st, 2023. When Jacob was wearing a George Washington costume, and I walked up to him and I said, "Hey, that's a nice costume. That's a nice costume, dude." And he was like, thanks. And, I think we started to create a relationship because a couple days later, we joined together for lunch, and then we just started to become really, really good friends. And yeah, it was all doing great. Like, it was fun. Me and Jacob went on adventures. We went recess. We were fighting off Quinley and Emmy, one of our old bullies at Mountain View. Those were one of our old people, our old students there. Man, I miss Mountain View. Had so many memories there. But yeah, there was a lot. There was just so much. We did so much together. Like, we didn't have any sleepovers and we didn't have any phone numbers yet, but we were just becoming friends we were just starting becoming friends. Now after a couple months later, Jacob, when do you think this happened? Remember the gym incident?
What?
Remember the gym incident? Well, what year do you think it took place?
Back to transfer. So Zilyun and me are playing paddle.
Wait, what year? What year?
2024.
Oh, okay. And yeah, so after 2023 becoming friends, it came on 2024. So after all of that, after us becoming friends, me and Jacob were playing at the gym, and Jacob was like, hey, something don't hit the pinball too hard. And then I kept hitting it hard because I just liked hitting it hard. And then I think after a couple of times he got mad and they sat down and they said, and I told him, Jacob, and then the gym teacher was calling him, and then Jacob said, I don't care. And then we said, and then I think we started saying, we're not friends anymore. And I said, fine, I don't even like you anyways. And then Jacob said, whatever. And yeah, this wasn't the only time that happened though, because that was the first time we did break up. Because after a couple months in 2024, wait a second. Wait, what? No, we're getting too carried off here. We're supposed to be talking about Halloween.
It's fine, Zoe. We talked about it.
Yeah, well, I think this was only a Halloween conversation, unfortunately. So yeah, you know what? We'll save that story for another time. We'll save it for next episode. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching the Zilyun Robbins podcast with Zilyun Robbins and Jacob podcast. As every Friday, we always post a podcast video, and thank you viewers for tuning in to watch our voices speak. Excuse me. And remember, keep being awesome. All right, everybody. Have a good Friday and have a good weekend. See you next week.
And remember, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Bye.